On this specific day, I was feeling more stressed out than usual, which was causing me to have anxiety show up in my body specifically. So I put in those like silencing earbud things, earmuffs, just to kind of drown out any of the background noise, the clicking and clacking of dishes, the water, the AC, the fan. I get very sensitive to noise, and I get triggered, and it just makes my anxiety spiral. So I feel like this is a helpful tip. That trend on TikTok with the cracking coffee cup has been going around, so I wanted to try that with a matcha. Basically, all you do is you melt some chocolate. I did white chocolate just because I feel like that made sense with matcha. I melted that, and then some people pour it in the cup, as you can see, and kind of spin the cup around. Others use a spoon or like a spatula to spread the chocolate onto the entire inside of the cup. I feel like there's a specific type of chocolate that you're supposed to use for things like this, like baking chocolate. I'm not sure that what I had was baking chocolate. Anyways, you make your coffee or your matcha the same way that you normally would, and you freeze the chocolate lined cup, and then you add ice and you add your coffee or your matcha to the cup. I will say the cup that I had wasn't one that I specifically feel like would work the best for this, but nonetheless, I did the thing, and you can see it's cracking. It is. The cracking would be so much better in like a plastic to go cup though. Okay, this is cute for like TikTok aesthetic reasons, but I doubt there's any like milk chocolate actually mixed into this, so no. Yeah, there's no milk chocolate or white chocolate. Okay, changed my outfit. So I'm going to show you guys my outfit. Before I head out, I have to go pick up a Michaels and an Ulta order that I placed a couple days ago. Once I get back home, we're going to do some baking since it's Father's Day. We're not going to do anything until later on today. So I put on the red top. I really wanted to wear the red top, but I just wasn't sure how I felt about it with like shorts. I did put on a black belt to kind of pull this all together, but I didn't like how the belt looked. So I paired it with just my black bag here, and it's got some gold accents. And then I threw on these black like pump wedge type shoes that I've had forever. They also have some gold accents on there. So for my jewelry, I did some gold hoop earrings. I did this necklace here. It's a rose. It's not black. It's more like a gunmetal, but it's like darker, so I feel like it would tie in with the black bag and the shoes. And then also a black bow just to tie in the black pieces. Nothing like, ooh, my toes are burning. There's nothing quite like that Arizona wind on a hot July day when it's like 100 and who knows how many degrees, and it's just like hot wind. There's nothing like it. Oh, my toes are burning. Oh my god. My relationship with baking has always been a good and passionate one. I've loved baking and cooking since I was young. The earliest memory I have is probably like 11 years old, back when I was like convinced I was going to be a baker and open my own bakery one day. And over time, that passion has kind of dwindled, but it's always been there. I love baking treats for the people that I love, and something that I've been doing the last couple of years is homemaking completely from scratch birthday cakes. And they are not top tier cakes whatsoever. I have no training in baking. I learned how to bake through YouTube. A tradition that I would love to create for my family or in my family is annual homemade birthday cakes. So that would mean, eventually one day being able to create and bake birthday cakes for my children and have that be something that we do in our family and that they expect the day of their birthday and that they're excited to be a part of. And this natural passion or urge has really manifested the last few months, specifically when I hadn't had a job over, I think it was in like March, and all I could really do with my time was bake. And I really got to see how intentional it is and how I can really slow down in that moment and pour just love into the food that I'm creating. And with baking recipes, they're so specific. Every ingredient has its purpose, and you can typically tell when there's something missing in a recipe, which I love that aspect. So, neither of these recipes turned out the way that I had planned for them to, but I'm not even mad about that. If anything, that inspires me more to get into the kitchen and craft the recipe that, does work out for me, that I do really enjoy. So I know that I don't show myself in the kitchen too often because I do live in a combined household or a shared household, but I do plan on doing a lot more baking once summer passes us by, just so that this can really be part of my tradition and I can really hone in on this skill as well as just this love that I want to create in my life. And I can't wait to, share these recipes that I find or that I create myself. Okay, these are the cookies. These are so good. They're not as sweet as I wanted them to be, and they're not as chewy as I wanted them to be. Look at it. These just did not turn out very great. They actually probably needed like more butter, but hey guys, good morning. It is Monday the 17th. Yesterday was Father's Day, so I did a little bit of vlogging yesterday. I have therapy in about an hour, so we're just gonna do a little get ready with me chit chat moment. Just made myself a vanilla chai protein drink. This is I think it's called Truvana or Truvania protein powder, because therapy isn't until 12, and if I wait that long to eat, my thoughts are gonna be extra clouded and I'm just gonna be hungry and lethargic during therapy and then after therapy, and I already feel like lethargic and stuff like that because I'm disassociating. So we're just gonna take the extra precaution to eat before we go to therapy, or I guess not necessarily eat, but get some protein in. It definitely tastes like chai. The flavor is there, but it is very thick. Also, I don't know that I use the correct amount of like liquid to powder. I'm just gonna go in with the Camille Rose Honey Hydrate. I love this stuff. It's not necessarily sticky, but it kind of does linger on your fingers, so you gotta really comb it through your hair. Otherwise, you do have to like use an alternative cloth to like completely rinse it off, but that rhymed. I was sharing on my stories this morning about how like I think this will be like my 5th therapy session. What's interesting to me is, and also this is like for anyone who wants to go to therapy or who maybe went and had a bad experience, or you have like that fear of just like having to talk to someone that you don't know, and then you're just like, how do I even go in there and like talk to them about everything that I've like been through and whatnot. The first thing is like, it's so much easier to talk to someone who you don't know. Like they don't know like all the things of your life. They're gonna stay unbiased. So that doesn't mean that they're not necessarily gonna tell you what you need to hear, because they are. But it's just like the delivery is different because they're professionals. And you're not always gonna meet like therapists that keep it professional, and that's why sometimes you do have to like try more than one therapist. I've tried 2 therapists, and the second one is the one that has landed for me. The second thing that I wanted to say was like, what I've noticed, going on 5 sessions now, is like I haven't fully even like told her things. I fully expected to just like sit down in her chair and be like, I hate my job, I hate this, like this happened, this situation happened, and it sent me crying, and like I could not stop crying, and I was so like I thought that that's what I would do, but it turns out that like I actually need more like coaxing. Like I need these sessions basically have just been my therapist talking to me almost in circles of like reminding me, like the inner child, like that it's okay to have my feelings and also like helping me get grounded and like help me come into my body when I dissociate, because I dissociate a lot in therapy and I lose my thoughts. And so she just has to be like very, very patient. So we haven't actually like talked about too many things. Like I've mentioned my dad and how like I have issues with him every once in a while. I've mentioned like my two best friends that I've had issues with. I've mentioned my ex-boyfriend who I was with for, how long was I with him for? However long I was with him. I've mentioned like my childhood and times where, you know, I can recall things that have impacted today, but I haven't actually talked about these things because I have so much like fear in my body, I guess from coming from the inner child, but also the adult self is like struggling to like get there. So the last like 3 sessions have been my therapist just being so patient with me and like pulling the inner child forward. And she kind of described it as like inviting her into the room. Like we have to invite her into the room and let her know that it's safe and like she can come forward. I guess I'm kind of like nervous for today because I'm like, dang, it's today a day that like I'm actually gonna talk about something and like tell her like an event that happened like with me and my best friend. Am I gonna tell her about, you know, what happens between me and my dad, or like am I gonna tell her these things today, or are we just gonna like take time to like get me grounded and pull the inner child forward again? Like are we tiptoeing again? Kind of like peeling back a layer like very, very, very slowly. So but I mean I feel like I found a good therapist because she's been patient with me. I do sometimes feel like I'm like, sometimes she rushes me a little bit, but I think it's only because I'm not like, I'm like afraid, you know? So when she gives me that nudge, it's just a nudge to like express myself, but I'm like afraid to express myself, so it feels like it's like too fast or like it's too much. I didn't even say good morning to her. I did my own eyelashes at home, which I've done a vlog doing this. If you guys want like a demo or like an in-depth tutorial on how I do these, I can totally do that. I literally just bought a set off of Amazon. Yeah.
Perfect Ricola flavor to soothing comfort. Your itchy.
Or at chicks.com/Sapphire Reserve. Cards issued by J.
Eat that girl for lunch.
We just got here. It's so hard. Therapy is so hard. When you're somebody who just like suppresses and suppresses and suppresses, it's just really, really freaking hard. Okay, I just got done with therapy. This was a good one. I mean, they're always good ones. I need all of them. I discovered some things about myself that I guess I've known, but like it just makes a difference to just like say it out loud. And I also can, oh my god, there goes my therapist. Oh my god, bitch, why am I still here? Oh my god, why do you do this? Oh my god, please don't come don't come to my car. Oh my god, she's probably going on her lunch break. I don't want to see her outside of therapy. Oh fuck, you guys. Oh my god, oh, that's her car. Okay. Oh, she saw me. Oh, she just smiled. Okay, cool. Ooh, see, that's how fucking awkward I am, you guys. What the fuck? It's just your therapist. You can just say hi. Oh my god. Ma'am, you need to drive off first. Thank you. Okay.